for some of us who are what we might consider soft-hearted, gentle souls, and this probably includes like highly sensitive people, empaths, and all that stuff. It's kind of, I find that I'm noticing that it's hard for us to take in what we might consider criticism or things that trigger us. I was just watching this clip this one of my members in my community sent. She said this is a Bashar reading. It was channeling Bashar. I forgot his name. But anyways, it was like, he was like, oh, I didn't realize that Bashar is very direct. So it's like, oh, okay. I've had those energies before, I mean, you run into those kind of people. And usually the tendency is to kind of like, whoa. Like, you create boundaries, you resist and all that stuff. But I think it's a good opportunity to bring into awareness the reasons for that stuff. Like, one, why am I getting triggered? Number two, what the fuck is it I'm getting triggered by? Meaning like, because I just got off this session and there's this person who's like analyzing. I've met people like that. I had a friend who was just like, what if it is this? What if it is this? What if this? What is this? There's always a what if, right? And it's totally normal. But the point of making this video is not necessarily about giving advice or telling people what to do, or I'm not. I feel like, to me, it's I can do that, but I feel like it's good to be just more of an example, but more importantly is to kind of try it out yourselves. But even more importantly, from my experience, sometimes you will hit a wall, you will go down, you will fall so far from grace, you fall so far off because of too much analysis, too much worry, too much all that stuff. And I can attest to that. It's just, I do the same thing. It's just, there's no such thing as perfect, obviously, but it's more than just the words. But my main key here is that sometimes when we don't allow ourselves to surrender to a certain point, or at least to render period, like just really trust trust comes after surrendering. But surrendering is that feeling like I'm dying, even if it's literal death. And a lot of people don't want to face that because we can talk about it, till the cows come home, But what is that? What is surrendering? Well, I think from experience, a lot of us will know when that is, when we start to feel down, or if you start to feel like it. But a lot of times we also resist that surrendering. But it's going past that threshold of the fear. I mean, I feel like I'm just regurgitating just because I've heard it before. But personally, from my experience, I've had that several times where I've had this ego death and just like, I had to cry my fucking face off. Literally, like my eyes were like, I had like these bags, and it was just like, I've had those several times in my life, and I still have those little mini ego deaths because I'm so used to it. And I'm not trying to say you need to feel ego death. I don't have the solution for that. The best way I can think of is for you to suffer. I don't mean to suffer as in like suffering by choice, because your soul will know what to do. Your essence, that intelligence will know what to do, because once you question, until it becomes this broken record. The reason why it's called broken record is exactly because it's broken. There's no flow anymore. The music isn't playing in the record anymore. It just got sooner or later you get tired of it. Even past the unconsciousness of like something that's repeated, right? When we repeat something, it's this whole thing that goes when you listen to something, right? Keeps going again and again and again until You become unconscious of it until, even past the unconsciousness, you get to that point where it's just like, or you really cry you really cry your organs out, your soul out. You just got like it's fucking like cathartic and just like this release of just like, and then you'll know. I'm not saying go get to that point. I'm not saying go kill yourself. I'm not saying any of those negative things. I'm not saying, because I mean, even if you killed yourself, you would just come back in a different form. Whether you believe it or not, that's not the point. The point is, it will not do anything. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. And we're not going to learn unless we go past that whole like, I just need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. What do you do? What do you do with information? You just get information, right? But is it really the learning process? It's not the learning process. It is the experiencing. It's not about really doing either. It's not about the action either. It's not about the, I'm going to reach for this. I'm going to use my hand. It's not really about that. It's the whole being of yourself that really gets into it, and you're like, okay. And that's the really depth, the deepest depth of this body and of the soul wanting to experience that. That's the experience. I mean, to say the least, it's beyond that. Beyond and beneath that. It's everywhere. It's really that thing, that energy that is like, it just clicks. Boom. It's just like, and then there's no words for it. Exactly. So that's my little spiel for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.